If you are a man, there's a good chance you've quietly worried at some point about whether you measure up in the bedroom. Maybe you've noticed changes over the years, like not feeling as firm as you once did, or that your confidence isn't what it used to be. Some men even look in the mirror and think their size has changed, when in reality what they're experiencing is weaker blood flow or less strength in the muscles that control erections. These thoughts are more common than most people realize, and they can weigh heavily on a man's self-esteem. I want to be very clear right from the start. You are not alone in this. Men of every age, whether they're in their 30s, 50s, or even 70s, share these same private concerns. They just don't talk about it openly. Society has made it seem like masculinity is tied to performance. So when things aren't working the way we expect, it can feel embarrassing, even though it shouldn't. The good news is that there is something practical, safe, and very effective you can do about it. I'm going to share with you a 3-minute daily exercise, backed by science and proven through years of urological practice, that can strengthen your erections, improve circulation, and even make your size appear larger by allowing you to reach your full potential. This isn't a gimmick. It isn't some flashy trick you find on the internet. This is real, grounded in medical understanding, and it has helped countless men regain their confidence. So stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll not only understand why this works, but you'll also have a simple routine you can start today to reclaim both your performance and your peace of mind. As men get older, one of the first changes they begin to notice happens in the bedroom. Erections that used to feel effortless might take longer to appear, or they don't stay as strong as before. This is not just a matter of age, it's about what's happening inside the body. Erections rely heavily on healthy blood flow, balanced hormones, and strong pelvic muscles. When even one of these areas weakens, the results can show up quickly. Blood flow is the foundation of hardness. Think of it like a garden hose. When the water pressure is strong, the hose is full and firm. When the pressure is weak, the hose looks soft and limp, even though the hose itself hasn't changed. The penis works the same way. The actual size of the tissue rarely shrinks, but without strong blood flow, it may look and feel smaller than it really is. Testosterone also plays a role. As this hormone naturally decreases with age, energy, desire, and muscle strength can all take a hit. Lower testosterone doesn't make you powerless, but it does mean you need to give your body extra support to keep performing at its best. Then there's the pelvic floor, the group of muscles that act like a natural pump to trap blood inside the penis. When these muscles are strong, erections stay harder for longer. But years of sitting, stress, or lack of training can weaken them, and the difference becomes noticeable. I once worked with a man in his late 50s who told me he was convinced his penis had shrunk. He said it looked smaller in the mirror and felt softer during intimacy. But what was really happening had nothing to do with permanent shrinkage. His blood circulation was weak, and his pelvic muscles had lost their tone. After committing to a simple daily exercise routine, combined with healthier lifestyle choices, he noticed changes within just a few weeks. His morning erections returned, and what he thought he had lost was actually still there. It just needed better support to show itself fully again. The lesson is clear. Most men are not losing size with age. What they're losing is circulation, muscle strength, and confidence. And those are all things you can rebuild. When we talk about stronger, longer-lasting erections, the conversation almost always comes back to blood flow. But what often gets overlooked is the role of the muscles that support that blood flow, your pelvic floor. These are the same muscles that help you stop your urine midstream, and for men, they act like a natural pump. Their job is to trap blood inside the penis and keep it there, creating firmness and stability. When these muscles are strong, they press against the base of the penis and literally help lock blood inside the chamber. That means more fullness, more rigidity, and more control during intimacy. But when they become weak, the opposite happens. The blood escapes too quickly, erections fade, and it can feel as though you've lost power. The problem is that modern life quietly works against these muscles. Hours of sitting at a desk, long commutes, stress, weight gain, and a lack of intentional exercise can all cause the pelvic floor to weaken over time. Many men don't even realize it's happening until they notice softer erections or difficulties with staying hard. And it doesn't just affect the physical side. Sexual health is closely tied to a man's sense of confidence, masculinity, and even his relationship. When your body isn't responding the way it once did, it can create doubt, worry, and a feeling of being less capable. Some men even start avoiding intimacy altogether. Not because they don't want it, but because they're afraid of disappointment. This is why training the pelvic floor can be so life-changing. By strengthening these muscles, you give your body back its natural ability to hold blood where it needs to be. The difference can be dramatic: firmer erections, better stamina, and a noticeable improvement in how size appears. And the best part is that it doesn't require hours in the gym or complicated routines. Just a few minutes of focused exercise each day can restore strength to muscles most men have ignored their entire lives. Think of it as giving your body back the foundation it needs to perform. Once these muscles are reactivated, everything else starts working better. This is why the 3-minute exercise you're about to learn is so powerful. It's simple, it's safe, and it addresses the root cause of the problem. Now it's time for the part you've been waiting for, the actual 3-minute daily exercise that can make a real difference in both the hardness and appearance of your erections. This technique is simple, completely natural, and it doesn't require any equipment. What it does require is consistency. The foundation of this exercise is something called a Kegel. Many men have heard of Kegels for women, but what most don't realize is that men benefit from them just as much, if not more. The Kegel works by strengthening the pelvic floor muscles, the ones that act like a pump to hold blood inside the penis. When these muscles are stronger, erections are firmer, stamina improves, and even the visual appearance of size can look better because the penis is able to reach its full potential. The first step is learning how to identify the right muscle. The easiest way is during urination. The next time you're in the bathroom, try stopping the flow of urine halfway through. The muscle you just used is the pelvic floor muscle. It sits at the base of the penis and extends inward like a hammock. Once you've located it, you can train it any time without needing to be in the bathroom. Here's how to perform a basic Kegel. Sit upright in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, gently squeeze the pelvic floor muscle. It should feel like you're trying to lift or pull the air just beneath the scrotum upward. Hold that squeeze for about 3 to 5 seconds, then slowly relax for the same amount of time. Keep your breathing steady. Don't hold your breath, and avoid tensing your thighs, buttocks, or stomach. The focus should stay on the pelvic floor only. If you're brand new to this, start with 5 repetitions. That alone takes less than a minute. As you get more comfortable, work up to 10 repetitions. Once you've built that foundation, you can add variations to challenge the muscle further. One variation is the quick squeeze. Instead of holding for several seconds, contract the muscle as quickly and firmly as you can, then release right away. Do this 10 to 15 times in a row. These quick squeezes train the muscle to respond rapidly, which helps with controlling arousal and maintaining firmness during intimacy. Another variation is the long hold. Squeeze the muscle and hold it for as long as you comfortably can, 10 seconds if possible, before relaxing. Repeat this 3 to 5 times. These longer holds build endurance, which means your erections can last longer without fading. Altogether, the routine might look like this. Start with 5 slow squeezes of 3 to 5 seconds each, follow with 10 quick squeezes, and finish with 3 long holds. If you do this once or twice a day, the whole routine takes less than 3 minutes. You can do it while sitting at your desk, lying in bed, or even standing in the shower. Nobody will know you're exercising, but the results will show. Now, why does this make such a difference in hardness and even appearance? It comes back to how erections work. When blood flows into the penis, it fills 2 chambers. The pelvic floor muscles contract at the base, trapping that blood inside. If those muscles are weak, the blood leaks out, and you lose firmness. But when they're strong, the blood stays pressurized, the penis looks fuller, and the erection feels much more solid. I remember one patient in his early 60s who came to me frustrated. He said his erections were inconsistent, and he often woke up in the morning feeling nothing at all. He also noticed that when he did get hard, it didn't seem as big as it once was. I taught him this exact 3-minute routine. He admitted it felt a little odd at first, but he stuck with it. After just 4 weeks, he returned with a smile. His morning erections had come back, his confidence with his partner had improved, and what he thought he had lost in size was actually restored. His body was finally able to use its full capacity again. That is the power of a simple daily habit. It doesn't take drugs, surgery, or expensive devices. Just 3 minutes a day of focused exercise can give your body back the strength and circulation it needs. If you stay consistent, these small squeezes can lead to very big changes in how you perform, how you feel, and how confident you are in your own skin. The 3-minute exercise is powerful on its own, but like any muscle training, it works best when the rest of your lifestyle is supporting it. Think of it this way: you're building strength in the pelvic floor, but the strength needs fuel, oxygen, and healthy circulation to show its full results. That's where the small daily habits come in. One of the simplest habits is walking. Just 20 to 30 minutes of brisk walking a day helps increase blood flow, lower stress, and improve cardiovascular health. Better circulation in your heart and legs also means better circulation in the penis. Add in a few stretches, especially for the hips and lower back, and you're keeping the entire pelvic area loose and healthy, instead of tight and restricted. Hydration is another underrated factor. Erections are, at their core, a hydraulic process, and your body can't move blood efficiently if you're dehydrated. Aim for enough water throughout the day so your urine stays light in color. It may sound basic, but it makes a noticeable difference. Nutrition also plays a critical role. Foods rich in L-arginine and nitrates, like spinach, beets, watermelon, and pomegranates, help the blood vessels relax and open wider. This means more blood can flow in when you need it. Men who add these foods into their daily meals often notice not only better energy, but also stronger erections over time. On the flip side, there are habits that directly work against you. Smoking damages the blood vessels, making them less flexible and less able to carry blood where it's needed. Excessive alcohol dulls the nervous system and weakens performance. And extra belly fat, especially around the waistline, restricts blood flow and lowers testosterone. Each of these factors alone can reduce firmness, but together they create a perfect storm for weak erections. The key is not to overhaul your life overnight. Focus on small daily wins. Replace one unhealthy snack with a handful of nuts or berries. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Cut down alcohol by 1 drink per week. These little victories build momentum, and over time, they add up to big changes in how your body responds. When you combine the 3-minute pelvic exercise with these supportive habits, you're not just training a muscle, you're rebuilding your foundation of health and confidence. If you've been listening to this and thinking, "It's too late for me," I want you to pause for a moment. Many men in their 50s, 60s, or 70s feel that way, as if their best years are behind them. But the truth is, change is possible at any age. Your body is capable of adapting, of growing stronger, and of responding to even small efforts when you give it the chance. I've spoken with men who were embarrassed to even bring up the subject of erections, convinced that nothing could be done. Some had gone years without feeling morning erections. Others had quietly withdrawn from intimacy because of the fear of disappointment. Yet when they committed to simple habits, like the 3-minute exercise, a bit of walking, or better nutrition, their confidence slowly began to return. And that shift didn't just change their physical performance, it changed how they saw themselves as men. Setbacks will happen. There may be days when you don't feel progress, or when you question if it's worth the effort. That's normal. The key is consistency, not perfection. Every time you repeat the exercise, every healthier choice you make, you are laying another brick in the foundation of your strength. Sexual health is not only about performance, it's about dignity, connection, and quality of life. It's about being able to look at yourself in the mirror and feel proud, about sharing closeness with a partner without fear or shame. You are not broken, and you are not past your prime. With steady effort, you can feel alive, capable, and connected again. Picture yourself a few weeks from now, feeling stronger in your body, waking up with more energy, noticing that familiar firmness returning, and regaining the confidence you thought had slipped away. Imagine the difference it could make in your relationship, in how you carry yourself, and in how connected you feel to your own masculinity. These changes are within reach, and they begin with just 3 minutes a day. This exercise is simple, it's private, and it doesn't require anything except your commitment. Start today, and you'll be surprised at how quickly your body responds when you give it consistent attention. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, and every repetition brings you closer to the man you want to be. If this message spoke to you, I invite you to subscribe, share your story, and join a community of men who are working toward the same goals. You don't have to face this alone. Always remember this: you are not broken, you are capable, and your best days of health and intimacy can still be ahead of you. The power to change starts in just 3 minutes, and it starts right now.